بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. So inshallah in this lesson we're going to go through the أحرف الشرط, and we've already covered some أحرف الشرط in the previous section which were عامل, in and إذما. So those are أحرف الشرط, but those are عامل. In this section we're discussing the أحرف الشرط which are not عامل. Okay, so we have here a summary. We have the الباب الثاني is a حرف, so we have مقصد الأول regarding the عامل and غير عامل, then the فعل العامل in باب الأول. Now we're doing a harf al-amil. The harf al-amil is two types. The amil, the harf is two types, amil and ghayr amil. We finished all the awamil before. Now we're discussing those that don't govern. Those that don't govern are harf al-atf, harf al-jawab, harf al-ta'keed. We finished those off. Now moving on to harf al-shart. Okay. Now in harf al-shart, al-qism al-rabi, ahruf al-shart. The fourth type of ghayr amil particles. وَهِيَ أَرْبَعَةُ أَحْرُفٍ الأول لو وهي لامتناع الجواب لامتناع الشرط. Okay, so لو, the first one we have is the particle لو. Now what does لو mean? وهي لامتناع الجواب لامتناع الشرط. Let me translate that later on. Let me say example verse. What لو does, it says لو كفرت, this is the shart, first part. لَأَذَّبَكَ اللَّهُ, second part. You have two parts, correct? The shart and the jawabu shart. In here, this is the shart and this is the jawabu shart. This tells us what? That the shart did not take place, neither did the jawab. But had the shart taken place, this jawab would have taken place. So the particle law, it tells us what would have happened hypothetically, possibly, had the shart taken place. Had the condition been met, this jawab would have happened. But the condition was not met and the jawab therefore was not met. Are you following? So law kafarta, had you disbelieved or had you been ungrateful, Allah would have punished you. From this sentence, what do we know? Were you ungrateful? I said no. Had you been? For example, had you failed your exam, you would have repeated year one. Did you fail your exam? No. Therefore, you didn't repeat year one. Do you understand the idea? Not the translation, but the idea what law is for. So law has two things. One, it tells us the shart did not happen, and therefore the jawab did not happen as well. And it also tells us what would have happened had that shart taken place. Do you understand the meaning of the meaning of the particle law? Now, how do you translate this imtina? Imtina means abstinence, refrain. Mana yamna is to stop, and imtina is the mutawi, the result of that, meaning abstaining. But abstaining really wouldn't fit here. I just translate it as non-occurrence. As non-occurrence. Yes? So law, what is law for? Law is for showing. I'm sorry, the word showing. It's for lam, li. I'm going to say showing. It's for showing the non-occurrence of the jawab, lam, due to the non-occurrence of the shart. The shart did not take place, therefore the jawab also did not take place. لو كفرت, had the shart of kafarta taken place, لَأَذَّبَكَ اللَّهُ. Does everyone understand this? What is mean by law? And imtina'ul jawab wa imtina'ul shart. So law is for showing, I'm adding the word showing, is for showing the non-occurrence of the jawab because of the non-occurrence of the shart, i.e. meaning the shart, the whole sentence of the shart did not occur, therefore the jawabu shart did not occur. Do you understand? Does that make sense? Yes? So law kafarta did not happen, hence therefore la'adhabaka Allah did not happen as well. Is that clear to everybody? Okay. Lawla. Now lawla is a bit different. Here it has imtina, but it has here wujud. We can translate wujud as occurrence. Occurrence. Let's see. So what is lawla for? Here limtina al-jawab is showing the non-occurrence. Is showing the non-occurrence of the jawab because of the occurrence of the shart. For example, what do we have here? Let's break this down. We have a shart, لولا رحمة الله, and we have a jawabu shart. We have a shart and we have a جواب الشرط. Correct? A shart and a jawab al-shart. Now what's happening here? Had it not been for the mercy of Allah, what does this mean? This is wujud. This happened, this existed. This was there. But this did not happen. And because the shart took place, because the mercy of Allah exists, people don't perish, people don't come to are not destroyed. So now in this sentence what we have, wujudu shart, because of the wujudu shart, because of the shart existing, the jawabu shart did not exist. Do you understand? So law is to show that the jawabu shart did not occur because the shart did not occur. And lawla is to show the jawabu shart did not occur because the shart did occur. Do you understand? So that's law and lawla. So law is translated law as, you can translate it as had. And is it had not? And you have to adjust that, obviously adjust it as suit. Do you understand? So when you have the particle law shows that the shart did not occur, neither the jawab. And lawla, the shart did occur. And had it not been for the shart, the jawab would have occurred. But because the shart occurred, the jawab did not occur. Is that clear? Does that make sense? Yes? You following? Yes? And the third one we have is loma. What is loma? وَهِيَ لِمْتِنَاءِ الْجَوَابِ لِوُجُودِ الشَّرْط. It's showing the same as lawla. So lawla and lawma is the same. لِمْتِنَاءِ الْجَوَابِ لِوُجُودِ الشَّرْط. So لِمْتِنَاءِ الْجَوَابِ لِوُجُودِ الشَّرْط. The non-occurrence of the jawab because of the shart occurring. لوم التوفيق. This is the shart. What's the jawab shart? لما عملنا الصالحات. So this, what occurred? Did the shart occur or not occur? In this example, occurred. Did the jawab occur? Not occur. So had it not been for Allah's tawfiq, Allah's ability, Allah giving us the ability, we would not have done good deeds. So this means no good deed. Ma is negative, isn't it? So negative, a negative of a negative is a positive. We would not have done good deeds, but because Allah gave us tawfiq, so this basically means no good deeds. No good deeds. But because Allah gave us tawfiq, the opposite of no good deeds is good deeds. Do you understand? Are you following? Yes? So you have lawma wa hiya limtina al-jawab li wujud al-shart. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem, amma ba'd. So yesterday we were discussing the harf al-shart, which is ghayr amil, the huruf al-shart, which do not govern. So just to summarize here, in a chart we have all three of them. So what are the three harf amil which do not govern? We have law, we have lawla, and we have lawma. These two have the same meaning. What is it? And this has its own meaning. So you have one meaning, two meanings altogether. And imtina means non-occurrence, and wujud means occurrence. So what do we have here? So law is for imtina al-jawab, limtina al-shart. So imtina al-jawab, jawab did not take place, it's X. Why did it not take place? Because imtina al-shart, the shart did not take place. So law kafarta did not happen, and azabaka did not happen. But had kafarta happened, azabaka would have taken place. Lawla, imtina al-jawab, jawab doesn't take place. Why? Liwujud al-shart, shart is taking place, that's why. So rahmatullah exists, therefore halak al-nas did not take place. And the same thing here. Imtina al-jawab, liwujud al-shart. Amilna salihat, ma amilna salihat did not take place. Meaning, not doing good deeds did not take place. So which means, doing good deed took place. Why? Because of wujud al-shart, because of tawfiq being there. Yeah, so that summarizes the different meanings of the harf al-shart, which are ghayr amil. Is that clear to everybody? Yes? Yeah? Everyone following? Yes? Okay. The next shart that we have is called harfu shartin wa tafsilin wa tawkeed. So the particle amma is harfu shart wa tafsil wa tawkeed. You have a shart part, this is for shart meaning, it's for tafsil meaning, and for tawkeed. What does this mean? Let me explain it. Let's look at the example here. We have Amma Uswati for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Now, the literal translation is Uswa is my role model. My role model. And then is Rasulullah. So basically, if you look at this, if you remove the Amma, if you say we just remove the Amma, remove that, and remove the Fa, what do we left with? A Mubtada'un and a Khabar. Correct? So it really means my role model is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Is that clear? Yes? However, when we bring this, it creates a shart meaning. Not shart meaning, it creates a shart I'rab. So it's only a shart in terms of I'rab. It doesn't have a shart meaning as such, like if this, then this. Do you understand? So it's called harfu shart, but it doesn't really have a shart meaning to it. It just has more of a, this is in terms of I'rab, and tafsil and tawqid is in terms of the ma'na. Are you following? So in terms of meaning, it gives tafsil and tawqid, and in terms of I'rab, it creates a shart meaning. The mu'aribun and the people of the Lugha and Nahw, they have said this is a harfu shart because of more details they may have covered, and more intricacies that you will discuss in bigger books, inshallah. So in terms of I'rab, we say, Amma Uswati is a shart, and for Rasulullah is the jawabu shart. From an I'rab perspective, do you get it? Yes? In terms of meaning, it has two meanings, tafsil and tawqid. What does tafsil means? Detail. You can say here, tafsil here means in terms of details. And tawqid, we know what it means. What does it mean by detail? You don't normally have amma on its own. You wouldn't normally say, amma al-ma fa ana sharibun. Normally, amma comes after there are multiple things mentioned prior to it. Yes? So for example, in this example, this wouldn't come on its own, like this sentence is complete, but it wouldn't come in a paragraph. You would normally have, for example, people have their own role models. Somebody's role model is a footballer, somebody's role model is a singer, somebody's role model is fulan. Amma uswati, as for my role model, is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. This is tafsil. So after, amma usually comes after it's been mentioned. Many things have been mentioned previously, and now you want to give details regarding each one individually. And I can give you an easy example you can relate to easily. You say, Al-Kalimatu, how many aqsam? ثلاثة أقسام. Okay? الكلمة ثلاثة أقسام. You say اسم وفعل وحرف. And now, because you got اسم وفعل وحرف, yes? We have three things mentioned here. Now, if you want to go into detail about each, what would you say here? You would say now, أما الاسم, as for the ism, أما الاسم فما تدل على معنى في نفسه غير مقترن بزمان إلى آخره. Do you understand? So this is a tafsil here. Why is it tafsil? Because it's now explaining things that have been mentioned, multiple things that have been mentioned ambiguously or without detail previously. Does that make sense? Do you understand what's happening in here? Is this clear to everybody? Yes? So this is what we mean by tafsil. It normally comes after multiple things have been mentioned collectively previously. And as for tawqid, why is it tawqid? Because obviously, if you look at this sentence, Amma uswati for Rasulullah, you can tell it's not just a normal mubtada khabar, it got like two additional parts. So the rule is more words create more emphasis. So if I say uswati Rasulullah, it's just simply saying Rasulullah is my role model. I say Amma uswati Rasulullah, Amma uswati for Rasulullah, this creates emphasis, this creates like a focal point, has more ta'keed on this. So the particle amma in terms of i'rab, we do the i'rab later on, but it's a harfu shart. And that shart, it doesn't have a shart meaning in terms of translation. So I don't know how people translate in the Quran. For example, we have in the Quran, Al-Haqqatu mal-Haqqa ma adraka mal-Haqqa kadhabat Thamud wa 'Adun bil-Qari'ah. So you have Thamud and 'Ad. Allah mentioned both of them. Amma Thamudu, Amma 'Adun. Then you have tafsil of each one individually. You see how the tafsil comes? So in terms of i'rab, it's shart, but in terms of meaning, it has tafsil and tawqeed. Is that clear to everybody? Any questions regarding this? Okay. The next masala we have here is baqiyatu adawati shart amila. So these adawatu shart, these tools of shart, these tools, we didn't adawat before, I told you we use adat instead of harf and fa'al and ism. So the other tools of shart are the amil. What are they? They are governor. Okay. So now we have adawatu shart, we have harfu shart and ismu shart. From the harfu shart we have ghayr amil. Which huruf shart are ghayr amil? Law, lawla and loma. These three are ghayr amil. The remaining harfu shart that we did previously were amil. Which ones were they? In and idma. So those two are amil. And then we do ismu shart. And all the ismu shart are amil. What are they? We'll do them when they come up, inshallah. So for now, the only ghayr amil are these three. From the asma, from the shart meanings, these three are ghayr amil. The other three will make the verb after it in the majzoom state. Understood? Are you following me? Yeah? Everyone understand this? Yes? Okay, how to do some i'rab? So لو كفرت لعذبك الله. So لو it be harfu shart. You can see it's harfu shart. And مبني للسكون, very easy. لو مبني للسكون. كفرت بفعل ماضي مبني للسكون. تا will be the فاعل مرفوع محلا مبني للفتح. And in Islam, what's Islam going to be called? That's an important thing here. Islam is going to be called what? Yeah. And the jumla, what do we say here? The jumla لو كفرت. You can say ibtida'iyya. Or we also say, what can we call it? You can also call it what you want to do. Shartiyya if you wanted to. Yes? And it has no mahal min al-i'rab. We already explained what la mahalla laha min al-i'rab means. And then this lam is called lamul jawab. So when you have law, usually we have when you have any of the shart ghayr amil, usually, you don't have to, usually you have what? A lamul jawab before the jawab. Understood? So the main things, the new things in here, just a law, is harfu shart, mabni al-sukun, and then you have lam is lamul jawab, and all of this we've done previously. Everybody following? You can't call this lamul ibtida. This is lamul jawab. This lam here, this lam is not lamul ibtida. That's lamul jawab. You can't call it lamul ibtida. Okay? And then we say adhaba is fa'il madhi mabni al-fath. Ka is a maf'ul bihi muqaddam over the lafz jalala. Mahallan mansub mabni al-fath. And then lafz jalala is a fa'il marfu'un bid-dhamma. And then this jumla becomes what? What does the jumla become? وَجُمْلَةُ عَذَّبَكَ اللَّهُ جَوَابُ الشَّرْطِ لَا مَحَلَّ لَهَا مِنَ الْإِعْرَابِ. Understood? Yes, within this the shart before as well. لولا رحمة الله. This is interesting. So لولا حرف شرط مبني للسكون. لولا. So it's two particles together. So some people do the i'rab separately. Law is one and la is another one. Or some will do it collectively as one. But in the end of the day, it's مبني على السكون. Rahmatullah mubtada lafz jalala. Now what will happen here? This becomes mubtada. Rahmatullah becomes mubtada. Where's the khabar? There is no khabar. The khabar is going to be mahdoof. So really means had the mercy of Allah not been mawjood, present. Taqdeeruhu mawjood. So when you have lawla, the jumla after lawla is going to be jumla ismiya, and the khabar is going to be mahdoof always. You never have the khabar of lawla mentioned. Is that clear? So when we have the harfu shart ghayr amil of lawla, what will you follow by? A jumla ismiya or jumla fa'liya? It's followed by a jumlatun ismiya. And this ismiya is khabar will always be muqaddar and hidden, mahzoof. It will never be mentioned. Understood? So when you do i'rab, the rahmatu is a mubtada, mudaf ilay, and the khabar is going to be mahzoof. And we'll say the mahzoof will be something like mawjood, is present. So had the mercy of Allah not been present, had the mercy of Allah not existed. So something like that will do the i'rab. Are you following? Yes? Do you understand? You got it? The next one we have lawma tawfiq. So lawma is harfu mas, harfu shart, mabni al-sukun. Lawma at-tawfiq is going to be what? What's tawfiq going to be? Mubtada. And where is the khabar? The khabar is going to be what? Again, it's going to be what? Mahdoof. Wal khabru mahdhoofun taqdeeruhu mawjood. So in lawla and lawma followed by jumla ismiya, the mubtada will be mentioned and the khabar will always be mahdhoof. Understood? So had the mercy, had the tawfiq not existed, were it not present, then this would have happened. Okay? Understood? Now, how do you say amma uswati fa Rasulullah? We say amma is harfu shart mabni al-sukun amma. Then uswati is mubtada marfu'un bi dhamma. Then the ya is going to be mudaf ilayh, that's easy. And fa, what do you call fa? Rabitatun li jawab al-shart. So between the fa and between the shart and jawab al-shart, you often have a particle, usually fa, sometimes lam. So you have fa'ul jawab or lamul jawab. When it's fa'ul jawab, you call it rabitatun li jawab al-shart. And this came before as well. So you have this fa jawab al-shart, and then Rasulullah becomes a khabar. So you see here, even though they call it shart, it's not really like a shart jawab al-shart. It's basically a mubtada and a khabar. But in terms of i'rab, they call it shart, and it's a harf shart, but it's not really shart jawab al-shart. You following? You get it? Because normally in the other examples, you have a jumla becomes a shart, a jumla becomes a jawab al-shart. But really, it's the shart aspect is not there in the meaning at all. Even in the i'rab, you just have mubtada and the khabar. Because you never, in all of the other shart, you never have, okay, the shart is a mubtada or the fa'il and the jawab al-shart is a fa'il, or you don't have this. So it's kind of a stretch, and there's a reason to do this. Technically, I don't even know why. There must be a reason why they call it shart and jawab al-shart. Sabians call it shart, harfu shartin. But the shart meaning is not there in translation. So when you translate this, you don't have to bring if or, there's no shart element to it. It's a shart in i'rab. So from a grammatical perspective, there may be a reason why they call it shart. In terms of meaning and translation, there's no need to bring a if or that. So even though it's classified as a harfu shart, the shart meaning is not translated. You just translate it with emphasis. And so the only thing you have to do is translate it with emphasis. And remember that it will come after many things have been mentioned in the list ambiguously, and now you start listing them. That's the main thing. So in terms of i'rab, it's going to be shart. In terms of meaning, it's going to be ta'keed. And in terms of qarina and context, it will be preceded by a group of things mentioned ambiguously. Do you understand? Are you following? Yes? Any questions regarding this? Okay. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayka.